we had very differing opinions on this movie. I thought it was okay.
Let's talk about the 99 one first.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about the 99 one.
Let's talk about Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. What'd you think about it? We saw it last night.
I thought it was so bad it was good.
Yeah?
I thought it was a piece of shit and it was hilarious.
I thought it was the same way. I loved it.
The CGI is terrible. You can tell when they switch CGI and actors in a suit like way too easily. The villain was a joke. He was just a bald guy named Imhotep.
Yeah.
And he was doing the Pharaoh's wife or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
And then like that one part at the end when he opens his jaw, it's like it was not scary. It was weird. It was unsettling in like the worst way.
Yeah.
Like you didn't want to be like, oh god, it's scary. You wanted to be like, what?
Yeah, it was just, it was campy. It was campy, it was cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it like I like Batman and Robin.
Right, exactly. It was that same kind of movie.
Sold less toys though. Kind of
right, I'm sure.
Because the children would be traumatized.
Alright, so fast forward to 2017. This is the second remake of The Mummy. This one is starting off a new shared universe,
which I am cautiously optimistic about.
Yeah. It's called the Dark Universe. It's gonna have all the old Universal monsters like Frankenstein and Dracula and
Wolfman.
the Wolfman and the Mummy.
Invisible Man's coming out next.
That's right.
With Johnny Depp,
played by Johnny Depp, which is great because you won't be able to see him act.
I can't wait to see a Tim Burton directed Invisible Man. No, I'm joking. I don't think Tim Burton's directed.
Anyway.
Did you say we won't be able to see him act?
What?
Just got that joke?
Yeah.
Do you hate Johnny Depp?
No, I love Johnny Depp.
Okay. You made it seem like...
I love Johnny Depp so much. I'm really excited to see him not act in The Invisible Man.
You gotta do a Willy Wonka back to back.
I would love to.
Oh, okay. Focus on this one.
Anyway, yeah. Without spoilers, what did we think about this movie? Go ahead.
We both thought different things.
Yeah.
I'll say what I thought was. I thought for the first two acts it was a decent action flick, kind of mindless, but it was a lot more serious than the Brendan Fraser one, of course. Just watch the trailer. Ooh, trailers, and you know that? I really liked the villain. I thought she was creepier. What was her? Amenet. Better than Imhotep. Anyways, I liked the first two acts, especially one scene in particular. I'll go into that later. But and then by the third act, I thought the dialogue was really on the nose, and there was a lot of WTF, Deus Ex Machina type stuff. They could have kept it really simple, but they tried too hard with the ending. What did you think?
Thought it was a piece of shit. It was boring. It was. I don't have another way to say it. It was just boring. It was. There were no colors in this movie. I know that's dumb.
That is dumb.
Look, okay.
I love you.
It was just not a good movie to look at. It was not visually appealing at all. It was... What happened? What happened in this movie? I conked out for quite a few times in this movie, I'm pretty sure, because there are just huge gaps that I don't remember.
Like what? Like between what and what?
I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if I don't remember what happened in the movie or if it was just that boring to me. Because it felt like nothing happened for about 2 hours.
There was a lot of explaining, and there was a lot of Imhotep. Well, she was captured, and
they built this movie.
There was a lot of explaining the universe.
Right.
I'm hoping that was the first installment issue.
Right. The trailers for this movie made it look like it was going to be this huge, loud, action-adventure, bombastic action movie. It wasn't that. It was a bunch of one-dimensional characters that I'm not going to remember tomorrow.
I'll admit that the characters were fun. I did not like the girl, the one girl. I don't remember. Jenny. She was really one note. Tom Cruise, I don't know.
He was fine.
Tom Cruise.
Like, I can't, I'm not complaining that the actors were bad. They were just dull. Everything about the movie was dull, except the villain. The mummy herself was good.
The best character in the film.
Right.
I think, honestly, Russell Crowe was second best. They teased a good character. But he was barely in it.
Right.
He was just looking ominous most of the time he was in there. But then, like, when they actually, like, showed...
See, I'm not trying to judge this as, like, a shared universe movie, though. I'm just trying to judge this as a movie, as The Mummy.
No, yes.
Russell Crowe's Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde was just not...
enough.
Yeah.
I don't think it was enough.
It wasn't. Yes, you're right. There were hints that it was a good character, but in this film it wasn't a good character because it gave me nothing.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, can I talk about one thing?
Talk about whatever you want, baby.
I think I like this about the movie, I'm not sure. But Tom Cruise is the sole fucking reason most of the bad things happen. He's the reason...
Yo, he's a fucking idiot.
He's the reason, but maybe that's what we need is a fucking idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really a fun idiot, though.
I thought he was a little fun.
Okay.
I thought he was like, I don't know, I thought he was a believable idiot. He set the mummy free, which is obviously the whole fucking plot. Then he, what did he do? He's the whole reason that the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing happened too.
Well,
he was holding it, he didn't know, but...
No. He didn't have any motivation, though. He was only doing all of these things because the script told him to.
That's kind of true.
None of these characters had any motivation to do anything.
I think he had some motivation. He did have a motivation for holding the medicine. He thought the guy was dying. He didn't think Dr. Jekyll would turn into Mr. Hyde.
Right.
Coolest fucking thing, though. Please, like... bear with me here. When he tried to get him out by using the hand thing, and it said Hyde E instead of Jekyll H, what we saw earlier.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking cool as shit.
What do you mean?
Like the fingerprint scanner that it recognized. Like they had this has happened before kind of thing. And I thought it was like, I loved how it read Hyde instead of yeah, I want a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie now. I don't... Honestly, like...
I don't think we're gonna get it. I just think he's gonna be like the Nick Fury of this universe.
I want to see him as a villain. I want to see Hyde as a villain. I'm sure that one movie will have him more entrenched. I'm wondering... I feel like The Invisible Man is not going to be the same, though. Because The Mummy is supposed to... Ever since the Brendan Fraser installment...
Yeah.
We can blame Brendan Fraser in this movie. No, we can't.
No, we can't.
Somers. What is his name? Something Somers? Anyways, what I'm saying is... We good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
It had to be an action set piece. This had to be an action horror. It couldn't have been just a horror. Because everyone gets this idea of the Egyptian gods and stuff, and everything has to be huge. The plague stuff... I liked the plague stuff, but like it's still, again, this was forced into being an action film. I don't think Invisible Man would work as an action film. It's gotta be more of a thriller.
I don't want all these dark universe movies to be
the same genre.
Action.
They gotta be horror
action movies. Yeah, right. Like the next one that they've got coming up is Bride of Frankenstein, and it's...
I thought Invisible Man came out first. Oh.
No, Bride of Frankenstein comes out next February, Valentine's Day.
Oh, fucking serious?
Yeah.
Yo.
And you know, it's supposedly going to be like a weird kind of love story.
Necromancer, basically.
Kinda. It's being directed by the guy that just did the fucking live-action Beauty and the Beast movie. So, I mean, something's going on here. They're all going to be different genres, probably. And I'm super okay with that. But the thing is, this movie's so uninteresting. We're all talking about, like, you know, other movies right now.
Yep.
So let's get back to The Mummy. How did this film start again? What it was, you know, the past explaining exposition. Amanet's a cursed mummy. She killed her dad and her baby brother.
And her stepmom.
Yeah, she just killed her whole family because she wanted the throne.
And they were gonna give it to the baby.
Right, the baby brother was born, and he's got a penis.
In all fairness, the baby can't rule a kingdom. I kind of agree with her.
Yeah,
I would've been stupid.
of course.
Could you imagine baby Pharaoh?
Anyway, she's cursed. She's the mummy, the titular character, and
but not always. We'll get to that. Someone else became the mummy. Sorry.
oh, this is just a nitpick.
The reveal, the mummy. What?
This is just a nitpick, but the subtitles, when it tells you where and when something is taking place, they were fucking weird in this movie.
They were also not consistent.
No, they weren't.
One time it said, because for the first couple of ones it was like, this place, this year, this place, present day, and then the one said, this place, more specifically.
It said, I remember exactly what it said. It said, England, 1162 or whatever. And then 10 seconds later it specifies again, England, present day. Well, you could have just said present day. Then the next one it says, Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, fades out, fade in, known today as Iraq. I was like, just say fucking Iraq.
It was trying so hard to be more than it was.
Yeah.
Also known as Iraq.
Enter Tom Cruise and his buddy New Sadiq.
He's from what's the show with Zooey Deschanel?
New Girl?
Yeah, it's the white guy from New Girl.
Oh yeah, it is the white guy from New Girl.
The funny white guy, not the not funny white guy.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Anyway.
Here's a picture of him. You're gonna have to put that.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, there's a yeah, Tom Cruise and New Sadiq are running away from a bunch of gunfire that's off screen. They are army guys, but they're not army guys because they're treasure hunters. But they also still are army guys. It's unclear.
They're not supposed to be treasure. They're army guys who are treasure hunting, but they're not supposed to be treasure hunting.
Right, but their superior knows that they are treasure hunting, and it's just kind of those darn kids.
Yeah, and it's not treated as a big deal.
Yeah. So what happens to? That's right. They called in an airstrike because ISIS or something was shooting at them, and the airstrike opens up this tomb, and that's where the mummy is. Tom Cruise just kind of goes down there with his, I guess she's his ex-girlfriend. Apparently they had a one-night stand, but now she's an important character. Don't know how that happened.
He stole her map.
Yeah. And, she showed up at the airstrike site. She showed up at the fucking airstrike site. Don't know how she found him, but, they're all together
Russell Crowe was helping her.
You're right.
See, I'm an expert.
Anyway, Tom Cruise sees this elaborate contraption that's keeping this mummy cradle confined. That's the word I'm looking. Confined in this pool of mercury. There's mercury dripping down from the ceiling in this cave, by the way.
And they're just all like, huh?
Yeah, they're holding it in their hand, moving it around. Oh, that's mercury. Let's look around a bit more. Let's not get the fuck out of here.
Catch it on your tongue like snow.
Yeah, he even said this shit makes you crazy. It'll kill you. But
let's keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, Tom Cruise, he takes out his gun and he just shoots the fucking rope that is, keeping this tomb not keeping fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what the word is.
He basically, it was like a video game where you're like, oh, all I have to do is break the rope to start the contraption.
Nathan Draked it.
He was just like,
he Nathan Draked
pop!
it.
He shot a rope. That's the weirdest fucking thing.
Of course, that sets Amanette free.
Of course.
They take her onto a plane. The plane gets shot down by a murder of crows.
I thought that was cool.
Tom Cruise survives the plane crash because he's cursed.
Because he was the one who set her free.
Right. Oh, also Sadiq is Sadiq is cursed now. He's undead. Tom Cruise shoots him 3 times.
I don't think he was undead yet. I think he was just cursed at that point.
Okay.
Because he was kind of like a zombie. He stabbed their superior, who was like, "You boys," I guess like you shouldn't have fucking trusted them. Anyways, and then he goes over to Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise shoots him. I think the first time was like, if that was a normal person, they'd be in so much pain, and that's why it was weird. I don't think it was a kill shot.
And the second shot killed him.
Yes.
And then he falls down, and then Tom Cruise shoots him again just for good measure.
I thought it was.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was before the plane goes down. Then the plane does go down, and Tom Cruise wakes up in a morgue, and Sadiq's ghost is in there, but he's a good guy now. He's friends again.
Sort of.
And then
he's cursed too, so he's like, we gotta break this curse together, buddy.
I'm struggling right now to recall the events that happened in this movie.
Oh.
The girl came into the room at that point, and then they did something. What happened after that?
He started drinking, and she's like, "How are you alive?" And he's like,
And then they go see Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll.
Russell Crowe. He's
my
running,
man. Not really.
He's running this company called Prodigium, and they study, all the other.
Remember the weird parts of the movie that I don't.
I know.
I remember all the names.
Well, this was the stuff that was important to the universe, I guess.
There you go.
Anyway, Russell Crowe's running this company called Prodigium, and they keep tabs on, all the mythological creatures. And
it's this universe's monarch.
Yeah.
From the legendary universe.
So they're keeping Amunet prisoner there, and making sure she doesn't go out and destroy the world,
and as
monsters like to do.
They also get the dagger and the jewel that she needs, and Tom Cruise, which she needs for her ritual. Just getting it all conveniently for her.
So their plan is to put the stone in the dagger and then kill Tom Cruise with it.
Sorry.
Well, that doesn't happen because
like a South Park plot.
I know. Conveniently, Dr. Jekyll becomes Mr. Hyde right then and there.
Is that convenient? I think they had a good story reason for it. I think Tom Cruise, that asshole idiot character that he is, it was perfectly in character for him to be like, "Oh, you won't not kill me?" Because Dr. Jekyll's like, "We should kill you because you could cause a lot of damage."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take your medicine away," and he thinks the medicine's like he's holding his life over him instead of not opening a monster. Because in all fairness, if you saw a guy who's like he had to inject himself,
but does the change come over him as a result of stress, or does it just randomly happen?
I think it's almost timed.
Okay.
Like he just has to keep doing it continuously.
That's what
it could be stress.
That's what I was talking about. As I just assumed that it kind of randomly happened, so Tom Cruise took it and then now he's going through the change because he took my medicine.
Oh, you think it was exacerbated because he took it?
Right, I think it was just...
Because I definitely think, it was definitely not right after he took it. He definitely was starting to change before Tom Cruise saw him changing.
Right.
And took it. But stress could exacerbate it, because that makes more sense, because if it was just on a time schedule, you would have to have a really weird sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Unless it happened longer than 9 hours.
Anyway.
Maybe like twice a day.
Let's move on from this, because it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, I guess. Don't remember what happened really, but Amunet gets set free, and
she gets a dude.
Here's the big, action moment. Like, I thought this was where things were really gonna heat up, and then she makes a big dust cloud in the city, and that's kind of the end of it.
I admit that was I thought the action before that was cool, but then I feel like it was not a great finish to that scene.
Yeah,
I liked the scene. I didn't like its finisher.
It was a scene that had some good build up and then amounted to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Especially the Tom Cruise v. fight. Yeah.
Then they go down into the catacombs. There's some Crusader mummies.
Kind of cool, kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It was a mixture. It was like cool action scenes, but it seemed a lot like, what the fuck is going on?
It was a passable action scene, but I didn't give a shit about what was happening. I was bored. I was pretty bored.
I don't think it was. I think it was more than passable, but I think, yeah, again, the stakes didn't feel high at all. I didn't really give a shit, but I was like, "Ooh, cool, punches and kicks." You know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well. Tom Cruise fights all the Crusader mummies, and then Amonette's the only one left. They have their mano-a-mano thing going on. She's like, I was going to make you a living god, and so Tom Cruise is like, well, that sounds pretty neat. So he stabs himself
And becomes Set. Which they said was the god of death, and that's the one thing that bothered me the most. Is he's not the god of death. Osiris is god of death. Set's more akin to like our devil, but like he's kind of a god of death, but he's kind of not. They made it seem like he was the god of death. One thing I do say they did a good job on is when Tom Cruise is getting the shit beat out of him. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, slight discoloration and blood like they always have in action movies, but his face was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it was like it was all scrunched up, and then when he became the god, it was all healed again.
Yeah.
I thought that was good job on the makeup team on that part, and good job on the director for going, hey, he should look ugly,
Yeah.
because you don't usually want to do that with your main character, but okay.
Yeah. They have their fight. How does she die? That's right. Tom Cruise gives her the kiss of death and sucks the life out of her.
She's
and
been given throughout the movie.
Yeah, and she just becomes a dead mummy again. And then I don't know what happened here. The girl died. Amonette killed her. But then Tom Cruise goes over and screams in her face, and she comes back to life.
I can partially explain that, but partially not. The whole point of Set was he could control life and death.
Okay.
And she said, and Set and Tom Cruise are kind of one now, but like fighting entities in the same body. So he had the ability to bring her back. Why he screamed her in her face and she got weird visions and she screamed, cannot explain. I don't know why they chose to do that, but that's basically what he was doing, was just bringing her back to life because he had that newfound power. But now Set the evil inside him.
Yeah.
So he's kind of wrestling that now, and that's why he's looking for a cure, which is the end of the movie, sorry.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie.
He's looking for it. I am excited for the universe, but other than that, I do agree that this movie should have been so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculously better. I do think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde obviously is going to be a big part of this universe. I'm hoping Tom Cruise's character comes back in some shape or form, because this has got to matter. This movie has to matter in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It can't have just been like, oh, crazy contained thing, we fixed it. You know what I mean? If it's going to be the first in the universe, I want Tom Cruise's character as Set, maybe having that conflict, or maybe having him as a character who just kind of dips in and out.
I completely agree with you.
Sorry. I wasn't expecting that to come out.
But yeah, who would you recommend this movie to?
Anyone who wants to see an action flick and doesn't care too much about the story, or anyone who's really interested in this universe, I'm sure shit is going to come back from this. And I'm sure that all the explaining of the universe, it was going to be done in this film. I'm sure they're going to be very minimal from, I hope they're going to be very minimal from here on out, because that really dragged down the movie.
Honestly, I can't really recommend this film. I didn't think it was that good of a movie. If you need to see it, I would definitely wait for it to come to a discount theater, or for it to, be in Redbox or something like that.
Yeah. It's definitely not worth paying it's definitely not worth seeing new in theaters.
Right.
I don't think it's a waste of time to watch, though. I don't think so. You probably do.
I did. But that's just where our opinions differ. If you like hers, take hers. If you like mine, take mine.
I'm a much less cynical person. I can enjoy a mindless action flick, even if the third act is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.